Sorry for the delay on tonight's show. It's actually Fun Fall and Halloween events, and the Goblins and Ghosts actually just got our equipment, so we had to get it back from them. So tonight, we actually have Sergio and Devin. They're going to be talking about the annual Chowder Fest down in New Bedford. We also have Jeffrey talking from Tractor Supply. They actually have a Halloween vendor fair. And we have Marianne and Kathleen talking about the 6th annual Southeast Community Resource and Vendor Fair. So AJ will be posting up some events for us at the end of the show, what we've been talking about on the show and things that I found in our community that I thought would be kind of cool to kind of talk about. So I'm trying to figure out, oh, here we are. I got me up with AJ. So Mariah is not here today, so I actually have my own comments I'm going to kind of be working on. So hopefully you guys have any comments, I'll be able to respond. So just give me some time to kind of figure it out. We got a little bit of technical difficulties going on behind the scenes, but we thank you guys for tuning in. So we have the Chowder Fest. We're going to be talking to Sergio and Devin. So what's going on with the Chowder Fest this year?
Well, this year is going to be the 13th annual Chowder Fest. It's going to be on Sunday from 11 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. It's going to be a big one. It's actually the biggest one that they've had. We've got 22 vendors and a whole lot of things going.
So as Sergio was saying, we have 21 vendors this year from all over, coming from Fall River, Little Compton, Dartmouth, Fairhaven, New Bedford. So it's really bringing everybody together. So they can showcase their recipes. You can come down, try delicious chowders, signature soups, kale soup,
stuffed
Oh, so it's not just chowder.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
There's 5 different categories, and not everybody's going to be competing in the chowder. Some are going to be in multiples. Some are going to just do kale. Some are going to do stuffed quahog. So it's going to be actually quite a big variety, and then there's lots of things for the family.
Oh yeah, there's
kids.
Face painting. There's historic fire truck rides. There's so much. We'll have cornhole to play. Everything. It's just a really great, affordable day
for the family.
Yeah, for the whole family, for your
We've
friends.
got, Moby Dick Brewery and
Buzzards
that's
Bay.
good for the kids.
No, that's not for the kids.
Yeah, no.
The face
Go ride the
painting.
wheel, get the drink out of it.
We have juice and soda for them. But Buzzards Bay will be there, Moby Dick Brewery, Cocktail Guru. So we tap into a lot of the local, companies and businesses. Just
Wicked Chicken Cheesecakes.
Wicked Chicken Cheesecakes will be there. They have a clam chowder cheesecake that's supposedly. I know, that's what I said. I said, wait a minute, but they just won a cheesecake contest with it.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, and they have like buffalo chicken cheesecake, pepperoni pizza cheesecake.
Just be very interesting.
Yes.
When you think of just like the Chowder Fest, you don't realize there's more.
Oh yeah. There's lobster races that we have from the YMCA.
I just saw
For
that.
the caffeine addicts,
Yeah.
Silly Bean Coffee's going to be there. So
Yeah,
we're
so-
going to get coffee drinks.
It really is. I can't emphasize enough that it's just a great day to go down there and just.
Oh, and there's going to be music.
Yes,
Business
live
time is going to be
music.
there. So
Yeah,
and
it's
it's going to be 74 degrees, nice and sunny
Yes.
this
Yes,
weekend.
there's
So
live music, free
it's
children's
going to be
craft
a gorgeous
activities.
day for it.
Yeah.
And it says something about $15 a person.
Yeah, so it's if you buy the tickets advance online, and if you check out our website southcoastchamber.com, you can see the physical locations where you can purchase them. But it's $15 in advance, $18 at the door, and we have VIP tickets that are $35 that allow you to get in an hour early.
Yep.
So you get to get in at 11. You get a frisbee from Serve Pro. That
You got a nice tray to
yeah,
carry,
a
'cause
nice
it's hard
tray.
carrying
You
all
know,
those
you can
little
put a couple of
containers.
chowders on it.
Well, doing the research, the $35 person gets actually like $200 worth of gifts.
Yes,
You know,
so you get
yeah.
entered into a raffle, and the VIPs, like I said, get entered into the raffle, and it's a basket filled with $200 worth of gift cards to local restaurants.
Yeah.
So thank you to all the restaurants
Thank God.
that Tia Maria's, Noodle Bowl, Whaler's Tavern, all these restaurants donate
Oh,
gift
that's
cards to
terrific.
it. Yeah, so it's
So
excellent.
Hank Perry asked, do you need entertainment still? Are you all set?
We're all set on entertainment, but we do entertainment at a lot of our events. So tell Hank Perry to contact me.
the chamber.
Yes,
Yeah.
to contact the chamber.
So it's southcoastchamber.com.
Yep.
So Hank, southcoastchamber.com.
Yeah, get a hold of Devin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She coordinates,
Oh, sorry.
that's Devin.
Devin.
I'm looking at
No.
my screen.
She coordinates all of the events.
But don't worry, I'm sure you'll find me. Everybody always
Yep, and ages
does.
6 to 12 says it's $5 and under 5 is free. And the street parking is free on Saturdays.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about that if you're street parking.
Yes, and
Right.
Will's Tooth parking lot, which is, I think, like a football field down the road, 100 yards down the road. It's $5 to park there, and they have a shuttle that'll bring you to and from.
And it's a rain or shine event.
Yep, rain or
At
shine.
the top.
Last year proved that.
Yes, last year it poured rain. I get called a sewer rat a couple times because I was drenched.
It's called a baseball cap.
But I
Yeah, exactly.
just looked up the weather forecast, it's supposed to be 74 degrees and sunny, so perfect day
Oh,
I
to
know.
finish off the late summer.
It's,
So when do you guys start? Are you guys already starting next year's now? Next year's Chowder Fest?
Right after this is over,
yes.
Devin
Yeah.
starts it.
so October 15th we start next year.
So you get like a couple weeks break going, woo!
Yeah,
I'll be-
You know, I take off, I leave the country for a couple of days, and I come back, but.
Oh, that's not too bad. So how did you guys get involved with it?
Well, the chamber took it over 2 years ago.
Yep, 2 years
It
ago,
was
downtown in Bedford, Inc.
was
used to
doing
do it.
it.
And then, you know what, they just said, we don't have the capacity to do this anymore, do you think you guys can do it? And we said, I love Chowderfest. I've worked Chowderfest at every aspect, I've gone to it. When I used to be a waitress at Pasta House, we would go to it and I would work it, and now we organize the whole thing, so.
And
A lot of
how'd
volunteers.
you get involved? Now, do you guys volunteer with the
She
South
works
Coast
with the
Chamber?
chamber.
Yeah, I work
and-
with the South Coast Chamber, and
And I'm a member, but
Yes.
I'm a photographer, do video as well, and so I contribute a lot of time.
Sergio takes amazing photos. Not only does he take amazing photos, but he's taught me how to take good photos, so.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, but yeah, the all the commercials, all of that, I contribute. So
Bad
you know,
monkey pics.
Bad Monkey Pics
Yeah.
on
Wait.
Facebook.
Oh, so that's your, yeah, you
Yeah.
hit it up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Bad
Bad
monkey
Monkey Pics
pics.
at Outlook.com. If you guys need any sort of videos, if you've seen any of the Chowderfest video
Yep.
commercials, the poodle corn, the clam, the restaurants, I've done all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
terrific.
yeah, so it's been a lot of time. Devin and I have spent a lot of time getting the restaurants together. And
Yeah.
we just had a couple more come in today, which is what brought it up to 21 restaurants.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're
that-
still signing
Wait
up.
till the last minute. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Oh,
think we
yeah,
can do
we're
it.
down to the wire now. We're
Can
down to
you
the wire,
make a
but-
batch? How much does somebody have to bring? Like, I mean, is it like thousands of gallons,
We
hundreds
tell
of gallons?
them, so it's just a 2-ounce serving that you get, but if you think you can't fill up on a whole bunch of 2-ounce servings, you're out of your mind, because you can. We tell them just bring enough for about 1,200 to 1,500 2-ounce
It's
servings.
yeah, it's a lot. We had a couple of restaurants last year that ran out a little early, and obviously you don't want to do that because you want to make sure people
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah.
Because there's not only the judge portion of it, but then you've got the
People's choice.
people's choice.
Or was that good? They went back with doubles.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a
And
lot of
that's-
people
yes.
going back for more.
I-
Yeah.
Last year was the first year I didn't get to like circle the whole thing and go back around.
I only
I
got
just
to
didn't
try
have
2 or
time.
3 because I was taking
So
pictures.
busy?
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you guys would like to say about the Chowder Fest?
Just come on down, like I said, it's a great day. It's
Come and
amazing.
see us. It's a big party. It's a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
so much
Everybody has
fun.
great time. There's great music, dancing. People go out and dance,
Yeah.
and it's a blast. It's a great way to end the summer.
And it's affordable. Your ticket includes everything. Except,
All-day events?
except
Well-
drinks, yeah, except
Yeah.
drinks. So you literally can show up and that'll be all you need to eat
So
for
for
the day.
drinks, do you mean you can buy booze there?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, no, just
Yeah.
kidding.
Moby Dick and
Moby Dick and
Buzzards
Buzzards
Bay
Bay, yep,
Brewing
and
will
cocktail.
both be there, and Cocktail Guru.
Guru,
Yeah.
yeah. So-
And they're going to come up with, in fact, one of the videos for Cocktail Guru. He gave a little idea of what they're going to do. They made some special drinks for Chowder Fest, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. There literally is something for everyone at the event.
Awesome.
There literally is.
So how big is like the area that you guys are gonna be in?
We take over the,
Whole Pier 3 or?
Entire
the
Pier
whole
3.
pier.
Yeah, they closed
on,
the whole thing.
yep, on Friday when we set up, I go, this is mine now. This is mine for the next 4 days.
And the same thing, you guys can take a walk downtown, hit the local shops.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things going on downtown that day. Park, go to the event, if your kids get rowdy, just take a walk around, they can get back in.
Yeah,
If you have a
yeah, we
pass,
stamp you with
Stamp
a
you.
little scallop,
Yeah.
a little,
Whatever it happens to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Yeah,
One
honey.
of the comments is asked, when is it? Just want to verify all
Oh,
the dates and times.
sorry, thanks Kelly, so when is it?
October 7th, Sunday, 11 to 5
Yep, so this
on
Sunday,
Pier 3.
Pier 3, New Bedford, I'm looking down here, I should be looking up there. Yeah, it's this Sunday, guys, and at the end of the show, AJ's gonna be putting up all the events that we're talking about today and several more. So we're gonna hit these guys out, AJ's gonna put an ad up, and we actually have another guest gonna come in their spot. So thank you guys for coming.
No,
Thank you,
thank
Traci.
you, my
Appreciate
pleasure,
it.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very nice meeting
Nice to
you.
meet you
Nice to be
guys.
back,
Thanks,
we'll be back, thank you.
Yep, sorry, so while they're going out and Matt's coming in, guys, we're back. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it was good to kind of see a couple events that are out there. And now we have Matt. Matt is actually Complete Destruction, if you don't know Matt. And there's a 7th annual drag show coming up. So Matt's going to talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, we're going to hit Jeffrey up next. He is doing the Tractor Supply. It has a Halloween vendor fair. And he's going to tell us what's going on with that.
All right, our Halloween vendor fair this year is October 14th
Yeah.
from 10 to 2 at Tractor Supply in Swansea. We're expecting over 50 vendors for this event, so it's going to be one of our bigger events. I'm expecting it to be a really fun day. We have a pumpkin pie bake-off. If you know anyone with a really good pumpkin pie recipe, send them my way.
Oh, wow.
The first prize for that is going to be a $50 gift card. We also have 2 other contests running. We have a costume contest for your pets and for your children. Both the prizes from that are going to be donated from actually a local business in Fall River, Carla's Gift Baskets.
Oh, sweet.
That was pretty cool of her. We will also have pony rides, hopefully some live music and some food trucks as well.
So the pony rides, is there a fee for that?
I believe it's going to be $5 a ride, and
Yeah.
they're going to go around the event a couple times.
So it says we'll have some amazing vendors as well, some costume contests with the pets. That one's funny because
Yeah.
there's another one we're going to talk about later on the show if we get a chance to go through them all. And for $15, it's a pet photo, and for $30, they'll give you a costume, and you get your pet's photo taken.
That is
So,
really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. If that's an idea, maybe for next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see where you guys are located at. 207
Yep.
Swansea Drive in Swansea, Massachusetts. And so why the idea for Halloween vendor fair? What made you guys kind of...
We run an event pretty much every 2 weeks for the most part. It's usually just a couple vendors in the parking lot selling whatever they got. We wanted to spice it up a little bit. 'Tis the season, right? So me and my boss were thinking, why not do a Halloween contest, like costume contest, and then it just spiraled after that with the pumpkin pie contest, pony rides, all the fun stuff.
So the vendors that come, are they just selling their own crafts and services? Or?
For the most part, we do have a few direct sales vendors like Pampered Chef, Tastily Simple, Mary Kay, stuff like that. But for the most part, it is local people selling what they make and their crafts.
Yeah, sure. I mean, guys, Christmas is right around the corner before you even know it. Go to these local fairs. And even on Facebook, guys, to get all y'all and everybody else on there, I just hit events and I just kept hitting interested, and then went through to kind of see what's going on. There's so many things that are free to do. And I mean, a couple bucks for a pony ride, this and that is not that big of a deal. Like, I mean, a pony ride when I was a kid was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, to take your kids and maybe pick up a couple Christmas gifts for aunties, uncles, and whatnots. It's a good day. So this is the last, you said every 2 weeks you have an event, and so this is the last weekend of it?
Yeah, this is the last event for our summer series. We will be doing some more later on in the season as we get closer to Christmas.
Now, do you guys do a lot with Christmas lights, or what is it that the tractor, what the business does on a normal?
Normally, the business for Christmas, we just have like decor,
Yeah.
toys, a lot of toys for the kids, stuff like that. It's all based on like country theme, life
Yeah.
out here. That's our motto.
So Tractor Supply, you don't just sell tractors, what else do you guys sell?
No, we actually have a little bit of everything. A lot of people come in and they're surprised at how much we actually have. We have everything from stuff for your pets to stuff for your car. So, and everything in between. So.
Oh, good, let me just see, no more questions. I'm looking now, no more questions. Somebody else said something else. So what are the hours, I'm sorry?
10 to 2.
Okay, and what are the hours for the Tractor Supply Company?
Tractor Supply is open from 8 to 9, pretty much every night. Sundays, it's 8 to 7.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your vendor fair?
It's a pretty cool event, and we hope to see a lot of people there this coming event.
So about how many people usually come, like on the odd, not the 50 vendor day, like the every
It
other?
depends. I mean, some markets are slow, some markets are busy.
Yeah,
Really just depends on the day. We usually try to base them on sales at the store, so it brings a little bit more foot traffic, but just depends.
I mean, guys, you can find all these interesting, like who would have known that they sell car stuff at the Tractor Supply? You know, I would never would have thought that, you know, you tell daddy to go in and pick up your car gear, your Christmas gifts, and a pie at the same time, you know?
Don't forget your dog food.
Don't forget your dog food. Woo-hoo, who got dog? So next we're gonna hit up Mary Ann and Kathleen, and they're gonna talk about the annual community resource and vendor fair.
Yeah,
So what's going on there?
you wanna, Mary Ann gets to do more of the fun stuff in this event. I get to organize like the resources, but, do you wanna start?
Sure. We do a community and resource fair every year. This is our 6th year at Dartmouth High School.
Okay.
It's on October 28th from 10 to 3. We started this as parents of special needs children. We're both co-chairs of the Special Education Parents Advisory
Okay.
Council, or the CPAC for short, in Dartmouth. With that type of organization in the school system, we only can use the schools once a month. So we were finding that we had a lot more resources in this community for the special needs or disabled community. So we came up with this idea 6 years ago and ran with it. We started with about 40 tables one year and went to 75, to 100, 125. Now we're at about 140. We throw in a craft fair with it,
Yeah.
because this way people that come to the craft fair don't know that they need a resource. They don't know if their grandparents might need elder care. They might not have, they might have, I should say, a niece or a nephew or even a neighbor that needs some sort of program to help them. So we put in all of these resources, and they're for the community. They're not just disabled community, but it's for the full community. We bring in the Board of Health from Dartmouth. We have our veterans that come in. We have our youth advocate.
Yeah.
A lot of the other resources she can discuss. I don't do that part
She's
of
I
it.
do this half, and
I
she
do
does
this
that, but
half,
together we're a team.
And that's how we have to do it. We kind of divide and conquer.
We're two
So-
of a four-man group, woman group.
Yeah, there's a couple
There's two
others
that
behind the
are
scenes.
front and center day of. We kind of do the preparatory, yet here I am on screen. But, yeah, so the Special Ed Parent Advisory Council, I don't know if everybody's familiar with what that
Please,
is.
tell us what it is.
So it's in the regulation, so that a school department has to form a Special Education Parent Advisory Council. So it's like a PTO, but it's mandated by the state, and what it is to do is to have a advisory and a participatory role in surveying the special education services for the community. And as parents ourselves, like Marianne, her daughter graduated and is in college now. I'm a parent of a 14-year-old, so I'm right in the mix. And I feel like we came up with this idea because we know firsthand how hard it is to connect with resources. Like, where do I go? Where do I start? And so that's sort of where we started with this. Like, we wanted to get some mental health resources, some substance abuse resources, the Rotary Club. We have the Veterans Council, like you said, the Board of Health, and medical supply. We're having this year the Red Cross is hosting a blood drive
Yep,
that
I have
coincides.
Just in case you didn't get it, I had that down
there,
there
yeah.
too.
But then there's lots of fun stuff because not everybody wants to,
Just
you know,
collect
sort of,
papers all day long.
yeah, they don't know what they're looking for, but come to a craft fair, visit the local vendors that Marianne will talk about, and participate in some of the free fun activities that are going on during the day, and then get some, information to help your family member while you're there, so.
Some of the other things that we're going to be doing too, besides the blood drive,
Yeah.
is our unified basketball team,
Okay.
who one of our coaches was recognized by the MIAA last year for bringing the basketball
Being
team
like a
together.
banner school.
And what's MIAA?
It's the Athletic Association, which has kind of taken on the Special Olympics / Unified
Gotcha.
program.
Yep.
So it's where you have students with and without disabilities participating on the same team together.
Great.
So for the past 3 years, I believe it was, we've always had a game going on. And this year, just like every other one, we cut off half the gym. They have a unified basketball team. The Dartmouth team will be playing Dayton Rehoboth. We don't have exact time yet. That's a little detail we usually find out a couple days before. But along with those, with that activity, we'll have face painting, we'll have Drums Alive demo, which puts an inclusion to an activity, like an exercise program. They bring these big exercise balls that are on kind of up stand, and they have drumsticks, and they play it to music, and the kids are told when to start, when to stop, and they tell them clap 3 times and hit the ball 3 times, and it's a whole demonstration.
Oh, wicked
But
interactive.
It'll be
it's
happening
very
all day.
it's a very interactive, but it's also puts both, it's everyone together. It's not just for the special needs children or, you know, disabled children to go to. They actually have adult programs for the disabled that they can go into. So that will be going on throughout the day. We'll have music therapy demonstrations throughout the day.
Well, South Coast Music Together is more of a music and movement, and Rhonda is amazing, and she is there all day on the mat, engaging children to play and move with the music. It's a wonderful part of the day.
Something else we added this year was a trick or treat. So the kids can come in, or actually the vendors are gonna be told when they come in, or beforehand, if you wanna be a trick or treat table,
Yep.
we'll give them a sign, so every child can go to just the ones that have the signs,
Yep.
so they're not disappointed. So if
It's
someone
kind of like
didn't
going to a
want,
house for light not on.
yeah, the light's
Yeah.
not on, so you can't go there, so they'll have a sign, and they'll be, you know, they can go trick or treating around the gym. And it'll be the crafters that will be having candy along with, or whatever their treat is, along with the other vendors and resources.
There'll be a table with just kids' crafts, staffed by volunteers.
Oh, great.
So lots of other fun stuff. Food vendors. There'll be raffles.
Yeah. What else? There's so much.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, for you guys that don't know in TV land out there, the South Coast LGBTQ Network actually was head up by the Bedford Guy. That's how we ended up with the show, and I just happened to name it the LGBTQ Voice. We actually had our health fair last year, and we wanted to change it up too. So we had Matt Cavalli come, and he did a live pound demonstration. So he had people up there with sticks, sitting on the ground, just banging, banging. He was doing it musically. Wherever he went, they went. And Mac actually came to our Pride event. You kind of, you start where you start. You don't know where you're going to go. Like I said, last year was our first one.
Yeah.
And it was, as I was at UMass Dartmouth, was it down in New Bedford? The one in New Bedford office. So I'm looking to my production assistants over here, guys. But it's amazing. I saw that, again, you guys want to do a local community resource fair as well as a craft vendor fair. I think it's terrific. Because even when we do our New Bedford Pride, which is now South Coast Pride, we kind of figure out, do we have a vendor craft, then a resource, and then a vendor craft, and then, because I don't want to, buy a window, you need windows, Pampered Chef, I mean, don't get me wrong, Pampered Chef, I love y'all, you know what I mean, but sometimes you just I want to enjoy it, and not
Right.
feel like I'm,
Right.
there's a resource, should I go over, and,
Right.
and you
Yeah.
have options,
Yep.
and definitely choices.
Yeah.
Like I said, we thought we were great with 50, where we were at, for our Pride event, and Buttonwood Park is
is.
huge, so.
Yeah,
next year
room
we're
to
hoping
grow.
that- Yeah, we definitely have room to grow.
Yeah.
So people can get a hold of you guys how?
You can email. They can find us on Facebook, Dartmouth CPAC. You can email us, dartmouthcpac@gmail.com, to ask any questions. We are part of the school. We do have monthly meetings. This is one big event where we have everything under one roof, maximize, the impact in minimal time.
So I know you guys said there's four ladies that are doing this.
Yes.
Are you looking for more volunteers to help? for
Yeah,
different
you can. They can.
events?
If anyone
What's
is
up?
interested in volunteering, we're absolutely. There's room for that. Like we said, there is the blood drive happening. We have some volunteers signed up already. They can email us and find out. Let us know what time they're available if they're interested. If you want to pre-register to be a donor, you can do that on the Red Cross website. We also have linked a page on Facebook as well to find out how to pre-register, or you could stop by the day of.
Yeah, I said the Red Cross was here last week, and they were here, and we did, excuse me, emergency prevention, things like that, and we talked about having them on our show, doing a CPR course. Not that you'd be certified, but you kind of figure out how to do it, and then we thought, maybe if we talk to them, also, there's enough space here to do a blood drive. That we could do a blood drive in that room, and then, kind of do it back and forth, and I might be able to go Facebook Live and then show it. I don't know how we're gonna figure that out at the same time as we're here.
So
But,
cool.
yeah, the Red Cross is amazing. And again, I didn't realize that they did South Coast, Cape and Islands and our general area. So, and then I think, if I remember correctly, they have 4 offices in Massachusetts. So, but I was disheartened that some gay men out there they won't take their blood. So that was my only downfall for that last week. But, it is what it is. But hey, we actually had somebody on our show that needed, last week's show, a leukemia cancer survivor, and she needed blood. So I think that's one of the reasons that she joined, Souza. So it's just amazing or weird or however we want to look at it, how our paths cross.
Absolutely.
You didn't know Devin. I mean, you didn't know Devin was
Right.
going to be here.
No.
You know, Devin was sitting where Matt is. Sorry, I keep looking this way.
And you've been a part of our fair in the past as well,
Yeah.
so it was like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful, thank you, so.
Yeah, some of the shows that we've done, people show up like, oh my God, I haven't seen it so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's even better. It's like welcome wagon when we're here at the
Yeah.
show. So we're talking about the health fairs and whatnot. On our Facebook page, guys, the LGBTQ Voice, I've also posted it on the South Coast LGBTQ Network page, our kids' pages, and there's a Mass Rhode Island page. There's a community needs assessment out there right now for the LGBTQ community of all ages. We want to kind of know your ages, how you identify sexually, your sexual orientation, your gender identity. Are your health cares being met? Are your housing needs being met? There's just so many things. Are you homeless? How often have you been homeless in our community? So we can figure out how to make our money go longer and help our community out. Because, again, the network right now, we just became our own 501c3. We were under the Women's Center for so long. We just got our own right now. We're going to hopefully be able to get more grants and whatnot. So, guys, reach out there and do the community needs assessment. You got to give 1 in 10 people again. Tell me you don't know somebody that could possibly benefit from filling this form out. Anything else you guys like to say about your
Maybe,
event?
maybe a little bit about what the money, like, it's a free event, but
Yeah.
there is a craft fair, so. Mary,
So what happens is we, all the tables, some of them are paid for, some of them are not. The ones that are paid for are our crafters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they make a small donation to the CPAC, and then a small donation to our raffle. So all that money, and it's not a whole lot, but all that money goes directly back to the unified athletic teams in Dartmouth. So we have a track team, we have a basketball team, we have a bowling team, and we've supported them with all of the money that we've been able to raise for them. The nonprofits, all the community resources, they come free of charge. So when I say there's 140 plus spaces that we're filling,
Yeah.
about 70 of them are going to be crafters. And our crafters are, small businesses, they're all local businesses. We have very few, what Jeff was saying, direct salespeople, the Tastefully Simples, the Pampered Chef and all of that. There's only about 30% of the 70 that are actually direct sales. The rest of them are crafters, and they're local businesses. They're single moms, there's disabled, adults now. They were children when they first started with us 6 years ago. They've had their own businesses, and they've thrived through one of the programs that a community resource that we might have. They've thrived from that all the way to owning their own business, and they're little entrepreneurs. My daughter's one of them. We have a gentleman that's a photographer that's, gone
That's a
through the
great day.
program. And it's one of those events that, as a vendor myself,
Excuse me.
bless you,
Bless you.
as a vendor myself, because I will have my craft there, that day it doesn't matter if I make a dime. I'm just enjoying the day with the people that are there, and they come just to say hi. I mean, we've been there for, like I said, 6 years. It's at Dartmouth High School, the 28th of October, 10 to 3.
28th, Sunday,
sorry.
the 28th.
What did I say?
I don't know.
28th. Did I say the 28th? I don't know.
Yeah, yours is October 28th.
28th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me
It's
go backwards
it's-
now.
It is October 28th.
Yeah.
So excited. So
10 to 3. And it's a great day. I mean.
Lots of
we-
free parking too.
The whole parking lot.
Huge
and
parking lot.
We asked the soccer field that's next to us to open up their gates in case we need it, and
So, if it's raining, what happens? Is it inside?
It's
It's
inside.
inside.
Inside?
There is the
It's inside.
South Coast Wellness Van is outside, and there are a couple of other vehicles of nonprofits that safety type, adaptive vehicle, those type of things. The food truck is outside, but it's right outside the door.
So the
Mostly
South
inside.
Coast Health Fair, what will they be doing, do you know?
The wellness van?
Yeah.
They will be doing their mobile van, does some, oh gosh.
Health checks?
Yes, I know what they do, and I'm drawing a blank
Well,
now,
they've
but
been at several
they
of
do
our
their,
events
yeah,
as well, so I
yeah.
just want to make sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So somebody did comment while you guys were speaking, James Osborne said, no thanks. If this isn't your kind of show, you
That's
know
right.
what's going on, there's so many people out there that need to know that not every event we go to is booze related. and everything we go to is not kid-friendly or is kid-friendly.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things we want to kind of let our community know. Yes, this is called the LGBTQ voice, but not every topic that we talk about is gay-related, but yet 1 in 10 people are gay out there, so you know how that goes. So I'm just going to interrupt real quick and talk to you guys about a couple things that are going on. Today, right now, at 6 o'clock, actually an hour or so ago, downtown, the mayor was there with the police chief, and they were actually doing October's Domestic Violence Month. So they had a proclamation and a tree lighting down there at 6 p.m. And it's, the Women's Center had put on this event. So on Tuesday, October 23rd, Domestic Violence Candlelight Vigil will be held at 6 p.m. I just spit on myself. Sorry, guys, I'm drooling again. 6 p.m., there'll be March in Silence to the Unitarian Church, which is on 8th and Union. And again, the program is to remember victims of domestic violence. Homicide will be held. You know, again, we had the police chief on our show a month or so ago, and we were talking about domestic violence and letting us know where we stood in the community. We wanted to kind of know with that how many were men to men, men to, women to women, I mean, our community, what's going on. And again, it is called the LGBTQ Voice, but there's so much that goes on around it. So before I get to finish you guys, let me just hit up a couple of quick events. I thought this was really kind of cool, guys. In Fairhaven, there's an annual fire station open house. So it is actually October 7th. Again, I know the Chowder Fest is, that's the 13th, God help me, 13th. There's a lot of things that are going on. But October 7th from 1 to 3 at the Fairhaven Fire Department. You can go and visit, and they'll give you fire safety tips. You can check out the apparatus, watch a live fire demonstration, and learn how to use a fire extinguisher, as well as many other safety topics. I mean, how many of us have never used a fire extinguisher? God forbid we need to go use one, we'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I kind of thought that was a cool event. I know AJ hit up earlier. There's Boo at the Zoo. They weren't able to be here today. But you can, it says spooktacular fun for the whole family. Grab your favorite costume and join us for Boo at the Zoo. Climb aboard the Spooky Express for a train ride through the Witch's Den, stroll down the Trick-or-Treat Trail, and creep through the Shipwreck Cove Maze. New this year will be a World of Night exploring in Charlie's Nature Play. And again, you guys on Facebook just hit up events and you kind of see all these things going around, and it's October 12th. I know a close friend of mine, Joshua DeMello, DJ, will be doing all their music. They're going to be having live music. It's going to be 10 dates. So it's not just the October 12th event. It goes October 12th all the way through. So they have several events. There's also Boo Bash at Battleship Cove, October 25th. It's $9 a person, fun activities, and members of the Battleship Cove get it for free. And that also includes candy, so I want to make sure I didn't forget about those. So you guys will be there. I don't want to, before I wanted to kind of end on you all, because I know you guys are staying for the show. You can't get up and leave because there's no space for you to go. And interject as everybody's talking. But one of the things I do in our community, as you guys know, I do a lot of the drag scene, a lot of LGBTQ related. I also love to promote the Imperial Court of Rhode Island. So we actually have Matt, and I'm going to say his last name wrong so he can say it. Matt is a member of the Imperial Court of Rhode Island and also is doing the 7th annual drag show at UMass Dartmouth. Hey, Matt.
Yes, hi. So my last name is Cicero, by the way.
Cicero, I know I'm going to say it wrong.
Yeah. And I go by Complete Destruction.
Yeah.
That's my performer name. I'm an alumni of UMass Dartmouth, and several years ago, 7, they asked me to organize a little drag show. This year, it's going to be a little different. Usually, excuse me, sorry.
Yep.
For the past few years, we've been having students participate in it, and frankly, that's why I wanted to start.
So they just come and do drag, they've never done drag before,
Yeah,
like, ta-da!
Exactly, and like some of the years we've been able to have some of my other drag friends come in and help with like learning how to do makeup and learning how to move without looking like a flailing, wacky waving arm inflatable tube man. But this year we're taking a little bit of a different direction. We are, along with myself, several of my other working queen friends are going to be joining me on the stage.
Yep.
For about an hour or so of intense, kind of fun, sort of spooky, but not limited to Halloween drag.
Yep.
My drag is spooky,
Yep.
so that's what you get.
Well, I know alopecia was at our Pride, and Jacqueline Demera actually is a hostess of South Coast Pride.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if you didn't know that.
I didn't.
And you have Pope,
Yes.
and that'd be it? The four?
And Nitty Nothing.
Oh, sorry, it's not on the thing. Oh, it is there. Sorry, Nini, my bad. And Nini was just on the cover of a magazine for the DragCon.
Yes.
What is it called?
For RuPaul's Drag.
RuPaul Drag, yeah, she was on the cover. She went to New York, so she was just on that, so shout out to you guys. It's amazing. So UMass Dartmouth Center for for Women, Gender, and Sexuality is actually a member or on our board of the South Coast LGBTQ Network. So I hit her up and I'm like, dude, I said, you guys have an event and you didn't tell me? And that's when she gave me Matt's phone number. You know, I'm like, come on guys, tell me if you guys have an event that you want us to post, I mean, not that it's not LGBTQ related, anything that we feel that the community needs to help, know what a resource, an event, just Traci at sclgbtq.org, and AJ, as you know, we'll put that up there so you can kind of see it.
It's already on the post itself.
So, yep. AJ said it's already up. You guys are lucky. So let's see. It's free admission,
Free admission.
and it
yes.
says we'll feature dazzling talents of local performers. So, there it
That's
is down
kind
there.
of thing, yeah.
So, besides y'all, do you guys have any students that are dressing up?
This year we're not.
Okay.
This year,
Just kids, are just like kids. I know. I call everybody kids. My son's 31. He's a kid.
it just
Matt, you
ended
could be my kid. He's like, crap. No.
up. No, you seem very nice.
Good enough, right?
Yeah. No. It just ended up being logistically, it would have been too much to take someone and throw them onto a stage without
Yeah.
a good amount of practice time. Because I know that when I started, I would not have been like, okay, you have 2 weeks, prepare a number.
Yeah.
Never lip sync to a song, never put on makeup, never put on a wig. I wouldn't have. So.
I mean, there's a lot of people that haven't gone to a drag show before. It's free. I mean, just show, go. There's no age limit. Just kind of take your kids and go.
We're going to try and keep it a little bit family friendly.
Yeah, because the one at Incognito, I love you guys to death. But the one at Incognito is we took our youth group, and I know our youth group is ages 4 to 24, and it's kind of like maybe I should have taken them to it. But you kind of know what you're going to get. Incognito does, if you guys have never been, it's amazing. It's a $20 brunch, and the drinks are extra. But Incognito does a monthly drag brunch, and it's Jacqueline and those group, and I'm going to say all the names wrong. Diva Jones, help me out, I'm missing one more.
Haley Star?
Nope,
Was it not Haley Star?
I apologize, guys. I have so many things in my head right now, I can't even think.
I know about so many, about 10 drag brunches that are happening this
Oh, yeah.
month, and I'm like, I don't know which ones are which.
Well, it's funny, since I just mentioned Incognito, I'm gonna skip a couple pages. Incognito has a Halloween party October 27th, and again, it's 21 plus. There's no cover, so you get what do you call it? Music, DJ, and they have a prize for the best costume. Some places charge you $10 to get in, and they have a huge door prize, and the best costume. Incognito again. It's on Acushnet Avenue, and they kind of do a lot of stuff for us in our community, LGBTQ related, not related, but they actually do a lot of buffets. They do catering, the food is amazing down there, so if you get a chance, hit up Incognito. So, when did you start doing drag?
I actually.
Could I call it drag, or is it your costume? What do you call it?
I call this drag. I call
Okay.
what I do. Not
Yeah.
This is my real costume.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when Ginger came, she got dressed up, and the Queens of
Yeah.
South Coast got dressed up, and I don't care.
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
a little under the weather.
Tell me about it, yeah.
And I didn't realize that it was video, so I was like, now I really should have put on makeup.
We can have you back. We're gonna do a drag show coming up, and we might do a makeup tutorial show.
Oh, fun.
And do it live here. Somebody can bring all your makeup and let somebody see live, step by step by
That'd
step.
be super cool.
Yeah, and I think it'd be cool to have 2 different drag queens, because your look is a little bit different than maybe a Ginger Ale.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We vary slightly.
Yeah,
just
very
kind of
slightly. So I guess his today, but it's complete destruction. So when you see complete destruction, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I started actually my freshman year of college, literally the first month of college, I started doing drag. So I'm on year 9
Yeah.
of getting slathered in horrible burning makeup and going out to parties and stuff. And I've been performing, I think, for 7 years. I didn't realize that there was necessarily a performance aspect of drag when I started. But then, by happenstance, I met a bunch of drag queens when I was out one night, and they're like, "Do our show!" And I was like, "I was sure."
Like, okay.
Yeah, and that just sucked me down into this wormhole of crazy fun that I'm having. It's a lot of fun.
So I mentioned earlier at the beginning that you are also a member of the Imperial Court of Rhode Island, and they were on our show. And actually, they actually had, it was amazing, y'all missed it, I'm sorry. They had a drag softball game. So the team is in drag, and they all dressed up. One of the coaches from the team was actually in heels. We're running down third base coach, so it's quite hysterical. They're gonna do it again next year, so this is the second annual event, and the proceeds and whatnot. Again, they're a nonprofit organization, and they give to nonprofit, so I apologize, I'm not sure where this show's money went to. $3,200 went to $3,400 by the time the event was done, was raised and went somewhere else. So once that event was done, they went to the Marrow Bar, and they had another event there, and then the totals together proceeds went to another nonprofit, which is amazing. But to see drag queens playing softball, and the other team they played against is like I don't want to say professional softball, but they're in a league. All the men bat backwards, so if they're usually a right-handed batter, they now bat left-handed, and it's funny as hell. The umpire at second base caught the ball and threw it to the guy at second base and called him out. And the umpire did, so it was a really fun day. They had hot dogs and burgers and beverages for the day. So it's not just like, and again, it was, I forgot, it was $15 or probably $10 ahead of time. I brought a couple of kids, and it was just amazing, the camaraderie and the wellness of the community. And again, Rhode Island is a little bit different than New Bedford. Everywhere you go, there's a gay bar or whatnot around. We're very, we only had 2 at one point. We only have 1 right now, LaPlace, so shout out to LaPlace. Since I'm doing my shout outs, LaPlace, actually this Friday, first Friday, so Nicole Lopes is on our show. I don't remember what show she came on, I apologize. But Nicole will be at LaPlace this Friday, featuring Motown recording artist Daniel Andrews. She was part of Shades back in the day. So she's gonna be there, $5 cover. Yeah, you can kind of check out LaPlace, what's going on. As well as October 11th, I'm doing an event there for the network, and it's gonna be Yes on 3. And the Yes on 3 is, there's a transgender law in place right now that says any transgender person can go to the public beach, they can go to a pond, they can go to a lake, they can go wherever. They can use whatever restroom they feel they need, or they identify as that sex, and the law could be taken back. So we're asking people, if you guys want to hit me up, again, my email is going to be on this page. We're looking for people to bring your laptop and your cell phone. The organization is Freedom of All Massachusetts will be there. And we bring our laptop and my cell phone, and I just kind of say, tell you what to do. There's like a training, I have our training prior from 5 to 8. And the reason why I picked up October 11th is National Coming Out Day. So come on out and support our trans family. So I just think it's important that, again, our network, we have an 8 to 13 group that we do out of our network, and with your parents. And I just can't see this little girl who was a boy having to go back into a boy's room. And it's the same thing. We have so many people that have, Massachusetts marriage equality passed in 2004. We're moving ahead. I'm transitioning. I'm out now. I'm queer. I'm here. I am now a dude. I have facial hair. I look like Jeffrey, even though Jeffrey's a dude. Fully born. I'm just saying. And now I'm saying, Jeffrey, you know what? I'm sorry. You were assigned female at birth. You now have to use a ladies' room. Sorry. I mean, it's just so many things. So October 11th, you'll see me there. I'll be there a little bit early. Just kind of set that, bring your laptops and your phone, and they'll do the training and kind of set that out. So I'll be there this Friday. So if you guys want to hit me up, at LaPlace on Friday, I'll be there because I love to support Nicole. Nicole has done so much for our community that I think it's important. So you have another event you want to talk about? A couple more?
Yes. So the Imperial Court, doing fundraiser work is one of the only reasons why I justify doing drag.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, it's just like dressing up and going out and having fun, but like it gives a greater meaning when you can actually raise money for important things, for helping people, which you wouldn't think with a name like mine, you wouldn't think that I'd like doing that, but it's one of the only reasons why I still do it now, 9 years later. We have the Vampires Ball coming up on Sunday, October 21st.
Yep.
I don't remember the time though.
Sure, I have it. Would you like to tell you?
I would love that.
I would love to. So it's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., and this one's by Imperial Crown Prince Logan Storm and I'm going to say that one wrong. Dowager Empress.
Dowager Empress, 15
and Ginger Ale.
25.
Yeah, Ginger Ale has been on our show. So the Vampires Ball is going to be at the Coliseum. And it is a $10 donation, and this money goes to AIDS Care Ocean State. So every time you do an event, the money and proceeds goes to another nonprofit, which is amazing. If you're not a nonprofit, they just don't do it. Because I get it, you know what I mean, or nonprofit where you want to give to nonprofit. And we have this, a double date.
Double event, and it's actually another event for ACOS. It's the Legends 2019 calendar release party, which is happening at Ego, my home bar,
Yeah.
just around the corner. And that's happening, I think it starts an hour earlier.
That one I didn't do, I just figured I kind of plug that in as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of events that are on Facebook. The Imperial Court of Rhode Island has a Facebook page. I think most of us here have our own Facebook pages. You know, there's a lot going on in Rhode Island, so we actually have a Rhode Island Pride event that I want to kind of tag. I know we're still talking to you, I'm gonna find it. But I printed out so many different events, I just want to make sure we kind of hit everything as we're going. Yeah, you know, Rhode Island Pride has a queer film series, and it's called The World Unseen. And again, it's hosted by Rhode Island Pride, and it is $6 at the door. It's Wednesday, October 3rd, and it's at 115 Empire Street, Providence, Rhode Island. You can hit them up. And October 5th from 7 to 10, they actually have a Pride Night out at Fairtown. So you can get scared, I guess. It's a haunted house in Seekonk. And it's from 7 to 10. The proceeds from that also go to Rhode Island Pride. Our Pride is getting bigger, but Rhode Island Pride is huge. They need so much support, so much money to be able to host that whole day's event. All the bars in the area get together, and not just the bars. I mean, their vendors are up and down that one main drag. If you guys have never been to Rhode Island Pride, it's an amazing event. So I wanted to make sure I gave them a shout out. I don't have my water today, I'm gonna be trying to suck on my halls, I guess. So another, before I get back to you, I thought this was really cool. October 6th, Southern New England Giant Pumpkin Grow is way off. I always wanted to kind of go, I have so much going on, I probably won't be able to go. But it's hosted by PVD Food Truck Events and Ferrex Farm. So it's a Ferrex Farm in Warren, Rhode Island. There's a pumpkin ride and a dragon ride for $1. There's free admission, but there's a $5 parking fee for the car. So you guys get a station wagon. We don't need station wagons anymore when we're kids. Get a big minivan and put the kids in it. $5! You get to go down. But I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, join us for a full day of giant pumpkins and gourds. Last year, you know, they get to wear the pumpkins and see who's got the biggest pumpkin. So you always see those events on TV and stuff. They're like, oh, this year's biggest pumpkin. I'm like, wow, it's not that far away, you know, to kind of go. So Imperial Court of Rhode Island, is there any other events that you know that you have coming up? I only did 3.
Yeah, I'm only really focusing on the next couple of weeks right now, just because Halloween is the busiest of times for people that dress up and look spooky. Sorry, my brain stopped. Imperial Court of Rhode Island on Facebook is the Imperial Court of Rhode Island at Providence.
Yeah, that's right, yep.
And Rhode Island Pride, I believe, is called RI Pride. And the Legends calendar, we have an event page for that up. We don't have an actual
Facebook page
for it. So, and you can also, you will be, if you don't want to attend the release party, that's $20. You get the calendar and it gets signed by everyone that's in it. And there's a drag show where you can donate money for ACOS. If you don't want to go, you will be able to buy the calendars online at aidscareoceanstate.org for $20, and you won't be able to get them signed, but it's a gorgeously, all the pictures every year come out so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of makes...
It's like a meet and greet with your famous drag folks in the community, and they'll sign the calendar for you, and the money goes and the proceeds go. So Mike Mahan says, oh my God, hey sis, great guest for October, Traci. So Mike was on our show. Mike was part of the Queens of the South Coast. Mike is Crystal Diamonds. So if I only know Matt as Complete Destruction and Matt showed up at an event, I wouldn't know who Matt was. I would be like, I'm like, he's talking to me, crap, who is it, who is it, who is it? I went to the softball game and somebody that's always in drag came up to me and was talking to me and going, oh my God, I don't know who it is. I'm trying to recognize the face, I'm going, like Jealousy Jones. I even met Jealousy Jones out as Jealousy Jones. Jealousy came to one of our benefits that we did for AIDS Inc. We used to be an organization that did AIDS benefits twice a year for people with HIV and following the Bedford area. And he showed up as he, and he's talking, I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I'm like, no, you're not. I go, I have a picture with him, her. He goes, that's me, and I'm going, no!
Yeah. It's kind of a mind.
And again, I know Mike just hit me up, so I'm going to do a shout out to Mike, Queens of the South Coast. somebody sent me an email from the Bedford Public Library. They want to do an event in June, being Pride Month. They want to do a Saturday storybook telling time. However, as you know, Pride Month, you're not going to get a drag queen to be able to read a book because that's when they make a lot of money. There's a lot of shows going on, a lot of events at the bar, after parties. So it looks like it might be June 13th on AHA night. And I hit up Mike from Queens of the South Coast because I know they're more local. So Mike might be doing that for them, and they got some emails. So if you guys have events, you might want a drag queen to show up, promote your event. They'd be more than glad to help. You can hit me up, and like I said, I reached out to Mike because I'm like, you know what, you guys are close. It's close enough. I don't know. I mean, I know Ginger Ale's doing a lot in Paracoda, Rhode Island. So I kind of, if Mike couldn't do it, I go, who's the next drag queen on my list? You know, same as DJs. But you know how many DJs I know? I'd be like, oh, I'll DJ. I'm like, oh, well, Nicole does this, but Josh does the kids, and so does the Pride. You know, there's just so many things that we do in our community. So shout out to Mike that's out there. Let's see. Halloween tips. I know that, you know, one of our, I know Mariah's not here tonight. I keep looking to my right like she's over here today. Again, when I was a kid, our parents just kind of let us run. You know, we had like a mile-round neighborhood you can kind of run. And at the end of the neighborhood, our parents let us cross a busy street because Dr. Rice was a dentist and you get a new toothbrush every year. So all together, we'd get a whole bunch of kids, we'd run across, get our toothbrush, and run back to us, you know, and get our neighborhood done. But plan your trick-or-treating route before you leave and show the kids where you'll be going. Double check any costumes with masks to make sure kids can see clearly. Use reflective tape on dark costumes. Carry a flashlight or glow sticks. Only visit houses with porch lights on. We talked about that. Make sure your kids under no circumstances go in the house. I mean, we had neighborhood when we were kids, they had to walk in and they had the bowl and they had to close your eyes. It was actually, was it cold spaghetti and meatballs? And they said it was eyes with string, you know, it was like, so I mean, there's things when we were kids and you just can't do today. You know, you just can't. If your child has identification card, make sure to bring it along. If they have a school ID or something, they can be identified. And I even know some people using Sharpies and just writing their information on their kids' arms. So if something happens, you're in an event and you get lost, you know, the kid's got their information on their arm in a Sharpie. Let's see. Make sure an adult is with anybody 16-year-old or younger. Be on the lookout for cars when crossing. You know, I mean, it gets darker and darker every year, I swear to God. And a rainy, leafy night, the leaves are everywhere, it slips and slides, so you want to be careful of the shoes that you guys have on, and kind of be a little bit careful out there. So another event, why I was doing this, I actually got a great call, guys, from the New England Wildlife Center. They're in South Weymouth. For them to come down here for the hour drive and be in the show and come back, there's a lot going on for them. A great conversation. They are a nonprofit. They help a lot of pets. We actually went online early and they had an eagle. It was not an eagle, an owl, and they were showing the care of it, and it was just amazing stuff they do. But October 27th and 26th from 6:30 to 8, excuse me, they have a fun, it says, mark your calendars for New England Wildlife Center 60th annual night of 1,000 Faces and community fundraising event. They have hundreds of jack-o'-lanterns that light the paths, and you can do a nature trail and whatnot. It's $8 per person. Proceeds benefit the wildlife and care education program. So at some point, we're going to try and get down there. We are our LGBT network, whatever we are, the South Coast. We just got a video cam. We have our own tripod now and our cam. So we're going to kind of go down to places and broadcast and maybe bring that on the show when people can't get there. They actually just did it. I know we have a Comic-Con, a Drag Con. They just did an Exotics Con. They had exotic reptiles. So there's all kinds of things that they're doing. I know we have the Boo in the Zoo. We have a lot going on around here. We have the Humane Society that has an event coming up. But I definitely wanted to give a shout out to the New England Wildlife. I mean, she called me back. She's like, hey, Tracy, you know, I can't be there, but please, you know, talk about us. Let us know what's going on. I thought that was kind of cool. I actually have it's called Happy Halloween. Join us at the Humane Society and Shelter, South Coast, 31 Ventura Drive, North Dartmouth, Mass, October 6th from 11 to 2. That's when we're talking about $15 to get your picture of your pet, and then, you know, if you don't have a costume for your pet, for $30, they'll loan you one. They have a bake sale, popcorn sale, and a 50-50 raffle, which I thought was kind of cool. Let's see what else we got going on. Not So Scary Haunted Transylvania Castle. This is hosted by the South Shore Children's Museum over in Hanover. It's Friday night from 6 to 8. I apologize. So every Friday and Saturday in October, That's just the date they have on the memo. Go to Hanover Mall, pop in and visit Dracula and his friends as he celebrates his 100th birthday. Walk through the haunted graveyard and spooky forest to his castle and join lots of ghoulish friends. Dress in costume and be prepared to have fun. We will donate cookies, eat gummy worms, and enjoy bloodsickles and play a few games. Then play in the museum in the dark until 8. Suggested ages 3 to 10, $5 per person for adults and children. This is a fundraiser for the museum and is not included in administration or your membership. So it's a fundraiser, so we think you gotta get in for free, guys, come on, you gotta pay something sometime, you know? So when, I know you guys came over for the tractor, there's another tractor treat. I know you guys are from Tractor Supply, that's why I confused Jeff when you come up and going, wait, I thought they weren't coming. There's a tractor treat Halloween event by Pony Town Parties in East Bridgewater, Mass. So join us, the end of the season bash for Pony Town will be Halloween themed. Costume contest, pony rides, they have a jumpy horse, glitter tattoo station, Halloween craft station, Halloween themed games, including pumpkin tic-tac-toe, witch's hat toss, Halloween bingo, Halloween bowling, apple eating contest. That's the one you gotta work on. So
Apple eating.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper apples, you know. They have raffles, tickets available for chance to win a free 2019 Pony Town Party. So I thought that was kind of cool, and that is October 21st from 11 to 2. So I'm sure they have other events throughout the year, but I thought it was kind of cool for the kids to do. And I know on our show we talk about a lot of what our adults can do, but these are just ideas for kids to do and kind of get out. It's a fall festival and haunted woods from the Attleboro YMCA. I know in our YMCA down here in New Bedford, they're also doing like a trunk and treat, so you can kind of hook that up as well. We're trying not to just do what's in New Bedford because we have a South Coast LGBTQ network. But it's at Camp Finberg, 295 West Main Street, Norton, Mass. Bring your little ghosts and goblins to the Norton Outdoor Center for hay rides, pony rides, carnivals, games, face painting, pumpkin painting, and more family fun. And again, all the proceeds from there go to the Attleboro Wise annual campaign, which funds the Wise Camps scholarships and things like that. So again, you guys can hit things up on Facebook. Anybody have a time by chance? Somebody hook me up, because
8:04.
It's 8:04, we're actually not a little late because we started a little late. But I just want to hit you guys up for one more thing. There's actually a Bibbidi Bobbidi Pottery, which I did not know about in New Bedford. So I thought it was kind of cool. October 26th, they're doing an event for kids. It's a kids' night out, and they also have a Wicked Witch Canvas Adult BYOB Paint Night, October 12th. So if you hit up, again, it's Bibbidi Bobbidi Pottery. I have the phone number, 508-603-6300. You guys can kind of hit them up as well and just kind of see what's going on in the community. I actually made it through all of them. I didn't think I'd do that. You guys want to end with anything? Is there something you want to? You good? You good?
Just come out and see us.
All right.
I mean-
So what day is today? Tuesday? God help us, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So again, NB Agley this week is our first Friday, so if you're ages 14 to 24, it is a night where the adult advisors are not there. It's our peer-led group with the youth, ages 14 to 24, and our peer leaders will lead the group and make sure, because sometimes kids want to talk without adults. So every first Friday at our youth center, it's ages 14 to 24, and that's at 484 Pleasant Street, God help me, because this is Purchase Street, I get confused, guys. And again, AJ will hook us up with all the events we talked about tonight. Most of them will be on our Facebook page. If you guys like the show, hit us up. Wait, we have another thing. Kaylee Brum says, love all of this, heart, heart, heart. Great things going on in our communities, and thank you for that. If you guys have an event you want us to talk about, I actually got hit up by Mona, who's on our show, talking about that if I had a partner and we wanted to travel, we couldn't get our visas together. They're trying to take laws away. So if you guys want me to do some research on some stuff, or Eileen, who's our network coordinator, hit us up, Eileen at sclgbtqnetwork.org or Traci at sclgbtqnetwork.org, and we'll be glad for you guys to do some research, reach out to community organizations, and try and get back to you guys. So next week's show, I'm so excited to have Dr. Rocha, and he does New Bedford Well. Gilda from Gilderstone Rooster will be on the show, and it looks like we actually have, because I didn't bring it with me, oh God, there's another organization that actually makes fresh meals that you can go, it's kind of like a fast food, but it's a place you can get lunches and dinners.
I think it's Light Meal Prep.
Thank you. Healthy Healthy Bites Meal Prep. Thank you. See, this is why we pay them the big bucks. They're gonna be on the show too, and we actually have a shout out to TKO Fitness and Carabinas, I always say their name wrong, because we're trying to get, and Gilda's 94, guys, so we have the different ages, and Gilda's gonna tell us, she's a breast cancer survivor, how she got to be 94, and she's just happy and healthy and a positive attitude. So yeah, that's next week's show, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye now.